3 times. I have coached here some other times. It's a fantastic race. It's my favorite racetrack of all, and I don't say this one anywhere in the world. I'm Mexican, and this is much better than Mexican racetrack. Only the party is better in Mexico, but here the racetrack is awesome because you have turn 1. You can see it over there. Very tight one. It's not forward. You go second gear. And then you want to have a very quick exit, and I was just hearing the Formula 2 and Formula 3 is having some real speed on the curb. It's so difficult to put the traction on these conditions.
Yeah, this corner here, the turn 1, it's so tight and it's so slow. You know, if you brake and you lock up, you end up straight on. And we saw that, I think, in the previous test session, that someone ended up in the gravel. It's a very, very tight corner compared to the rest of the circuit, which is very quick and open.
Yeah, and you said one key word that I will speak a lot from you. It's gravel. We have gravel trap. That was not last year over there. So now you have a lot of gravel trap. That means you cannot push that much because it gets a little bit dangerous. It gets a little bit tricky. So gravel traps is something new in this circuit. The asphalt is also new, a little bit more grip, but the lap times are going to be similar. But we are driving a new car. As we're coming down the hill to the most iconic part of the circuit.
Yeah, Eau Rouge. Oh my gosh, what a corner! I mean, it's caused so many things in the past. Through races last year, we had Lando go off. You know, it's an iconic corner across the world.
As a Mexican, I remember Ocon and Checo fighting for position, hitting the wall and hitting each other just here. So crazy.
That's great.
As good as possible. It's just amazing. So you feel the compression on the bottom. Here you feel your body going up, flying by, no visibility. So if there's something happening up here, you cannot see it. Look at the steepness. Look back. It's lovely to see it over there.
Yeah, this corner is just amazing. And you know, if you're going to do a truck tour, you've got to do it on Spa, because this is a corner on its own that you can now say you've driven.
Please, everybody, look back and look. The elevation changes. We're looking at the top of a building. Everything seems so low, so tiny over there. So you can feel how high they're going so quick. Now we keep going up in Kemmel Straight, and very important, this is the moment you go full power the most time in all that season on the Formula 1. Because you go from la source, full gas, you don't leave the gas until you go to the braking point in Kemmel Straight. I mean, when it's dry, but it's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, when I raced here, you know, this is a very long straight. You know, you can almost watch a movie coming down here, but in Formula 1, it is definitely going to come up to them very quick. I mean, when you raced here, what was it like? Was it dry? Was it wet? How did this straight feel for you?
Well, it's a Spa. You always have dry days, wet days. You have every type of weather. So it's very interesting, very fun, and you need to adapt. You know, between the worlds, you never know what's going to happen. And if we get this weather tomorrow in qualifying, we will see a lot of track action, because you never know when it's more grippy the track. You might go out a little bit late, and then a little bit of a shower, and then your chances are ruined.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I noticed here was that it can be raining on one side of the circuit, but because the circuit is so big, that the other side can be dry, so it can really bring different elements to the racing when you've got one set of tyres on, and that isn't suitable for the other half of the circuit.
Yeah, it's the longest circuit on the calendar, 7 kilometers long, and you've got 7 kilometers going all around one area. You're changing from mountain to mountain, so you're going all around the area. It's quite big, as we're getting to a braking zone, really heavy, really good overtaking area. After the zone, Tule comes now. Right, left, right. Beautiful combination.
Yeah, and it's going to be really quick in the Formula 1 cars. You know, they're going to be able to corner here, almost with just a lift. You know, brake hard. Then they'll be coming around this corner, perhaps a little lift if the car isn't settled.
You need to sacrifice here the corner, the exit, just to position yourself as good as possible for this right-hander, because this is way quicker than the other two, and you have a tiny straight coming up. And just to let you know, this is the highest point of the season. From here on, we'll go down the hill, but way smoother than we went on Eau Rouge. So that was massive.
Yeah, so we're coming up to the slower part of the circuit. We're not actually built the slower part of the circuit.
Corner with a lot of patience.
Yeah, so you'll do have to be, you know, thinking ahead here and sort of thinking of your exit, because, you know, entry isn't everything. You really do have to position your car to make sure that you make it to the next corner.
One really important thing, now we're going downhill. So in this little straight, watch the onboards, watch the steering wheel. They always switch the brake balance, because now they need more brake power on the front tires, because now all the weight of the car, you can feel it on the truck, is on the front. So you need that braking power on this long right-hander. You want to keep it in, keep the inside as tight as possible, very long corner, and you try the mechanical grip quite a lot in this place.
Yeah, and I think, I can't remember, was there gravel on the outside here when you raced? Because I don't think it was there when I raced. So, you know,
there wasn't gravel. They put this gravel. Why do they put so much gravel here? Safety, but mainly because they are now doing motorbike races here. So now it's safer for bikes. Oh, okay, people. Okay. So now another small straight. You exit very wide over there, but you need to position yourself to the right, to this left-hander. Let's see the new cars, if they can do it flat out. They will have a lift, or they need to touch the brakes. My guess is they were going to lift a little bit. I was talking about motorcycles. So you have a left corner now. That's completely new on the left. That's for the bikes. This is only for the cars, because then the wall is quite close here on the right side. You can use the curbs, but don't go too wide. You don't want to touch the gravel.
As I say, this gravel here, it's going to cause some problems, because, you know, we all make mistakes as drivers, and especially in practices, they'll be finding those limits, and those limits sometimes mean you have to go past it quite a bit and then come back. So with this gravel in place, it's not really allowing them much room to make those mistakes.
And I mean, if you keep it longer, you can do the curve, but then you have some green paint. There is a bump over there. I found it in a touring car, in a GP car. In a Formula, you might lose the car, so you run to return to the track as soon as possible to avoid those surprises. And we are going down the hill. The most famous corner of this circuit is 𝗟𝗶𝗱𝗲𝗀. We already went through it. We have 𝗟𝗶𝗱𝗀𝗲, it's super famous in the chicane. But one of the most difficult ones is coming up now, down the hill, from cut here, bottom left-hander, and it's called bottom left or bottom gauge. It's really tricky because it's super quick corner, but you cannot do it flat out. That is it, that's just fine. You need to do a small brake here, turn left, your apex is right, so you need to get it right. To be able to go on the power somewhere here, and fire on the second bike, and all the G-forces on your neck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what sort of G's I'll be hitting here, but if me, it's just near a 5, I would say. I think so. It's a lot of weight. I mean, I would say that's about 50 kilos. On, like, so imagine having a small person sat on your neck while you're trying to lift them up. Yeah, that's the force that you get when you're driving around with something similar like this in the Formula 1 car.
Well, you can check the George Russell account. I think it was also in a blog Instagram account. I saw George Russell training with weights, putting on the gym very tight, heels from the neck. That's insane. 35 kilos just playing by the head, laying down. Wow, it's how you train the neck for this type of racetrack. So quick, so many G-forces coming up. As we're coming to fifth path, right-hander, left-hander. It's very nice corners. Difficult to overtake here, but sometimes possible.
I love it. As a driver, you know, when you're driving a circuit, this sort of corner is amazing because you can really feel, you know, when you've got it right. That first part of the corner, you get your car in position and it sort of links up and makes a really nice sort of driving pattern. And then you find that you gain time. It's a massive, it's like a great feeling because it is such a massive sector that, you know, it can cost you quite a lot of time if you make a mistake.
Yeah, it's very tricky to get it right. We have more gravel tracks now on the right, it wasn't there before. Very close. So yeah, it's very close to gravel. It can provoke some even safety cars if they go too aggressive on the gravel. And we know that if you go on the gravel, it's very difficult to get it out. You need to keep the momentum to make it out, or you get stuck. So it's quite tricky as we're coming to Stavelot. This right-hander, tricky one, small braking here, turn the car and look for a very nice exit. Touring cars, GP cars, we use all the curve up to the green, but the Formula cars can use a little bit of curve, but not too much. And again, a lot of gravel on the left. Before it was asphalt, now we have gravel. So you need to take care about it. As we're coming flat out here, from here after the chicane, you keep it flat out again. Just throw it down, feel the G-forces on your neck, try to find the best position if you're fighting with somebody. but in a corner car you can go full gas.
It's another really long straight as well, so it gives the drivers a little bit of
Very heavy,
it's kind of, in terms of corners.
Yeah, well, as a coach, I go straight every place you can go full gas with no problem. So it's kind of a straight. You have two corners, Volume 1, Volume 2. Or this is a corner for the no like that. But I mean, you can keep it flat. Only feel it on your neck. But it's not really a corner. You need to slow it down.
No.
Only if you're driving side by side over the red, that's a different story.
Yeah, and it gives the drivers a little bit of time to sort of refocus again before the chicane, and then obviously you have the last corner, so it gives them time to line up the driver in front and sort of prepare for that next lap if they're on a quali lap. We have the karting circuit here, so if anyone wants to go kart racing.
Yeah, you can have a little bit of trial spot riding your car.
You can see if you can break a lap record over there.
I just recommend you not to walk here. It's not walking this time. The track is quite huge. Even if you're approaching to the end of the track, we still have some area to go through. So it's really interesting as we're coming to Volume 1. It was really scary first time I've driven here. I was riding a Porsche street car. We're arriving like 230 to 240. And then you need to just brake a little bit, downshift from 7 to 6 gears and landing in this corner. It was really scary. If you can look at it, because we're down for Formula 1. You just see it, you just go flat out of it.
As soon as they lift off in the Formula 1 car, it actually unsettles the car, and they can become a completely different they do that. So yeah, if they can keep it flat, they will. And even in the test, you'll see some of these corners, and they still keep flat, and they're keeping it fit.
Interesting. I want to do now braking. If you release those completely the answer, the Formula 1 car, you have so much engine brake and aerodynamic brake that you're achieving the same braking force you are riding on the existing car. Somebody is going down a lot and you have more time for the force. That's about 1.3 G. But if you go on the brakes on a Formula 1 car, then you really can stop the car. I'm going to mute it now. Here my braking point on the car has proven is the bump. Now after the wet line, Formula 1s can go a little bit deeper. And then heavy on the brakes, up to 5 Gs of braking force. So imagine it's 1.3 on your street car, maybe 1.8 in a Ferrari, in a Lamborghini street car. Formula 1s, they're more than 3 times more than the maximum braking force. So imagine the next going in, slowest part of the racetrack, very slow right-hander, slow left. So the first one you want to arrive with speed and exit very slow. The second one you want to enter very slow but exit with a lot of speed. You have space on the right to use and you're about to finish your lap.
Your first year?
Second year. First year we only use it in moon and going low.
But you also have to take into account that they had that long arc circuit where they could have even caught up behind the person in front, so they can overtake into there, so which could really affect their coming out of the corner, coming down into the first corner, because they would have lost time if they'd been overtaken, or if you have overtaken.
Yeah, for sure. We have seen with a lot of slipstream overtakes in Volume, but then we're riding to a deer, so this is the first deer I saw, and then we have in Kemmel Straight the second one. So this is a very good overtaking opportunity. Very important to be quick on the exit on the chicane because you go to last horse. Very slow, very tight, right-hander, another heavy braking, but you're not coming that fast in this time.
No, and I mean this first corner with the start of the race, it always brings manic crashes and entertaining racing.
What was it, 2018 that was a massive disaster over there?
Yeah, so
Grosjean, Alonso, Leclerc, everybody flying around.
crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, as much as we as racing drivers don't want to crash, it makes it entertaining for the spectators.
We don't want to crash, but we always want to gain position in the race start. And this is a great opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
So let's see what happened on Sunday here. But I mean, it's Friday. Now we need to see the cars, the new development, how they perform in these conditions. in this racetrack after the summer break. Tomorrow we'll have qualifying. Always exciting here. I mean, George Russell last year going second on qualifying, faster than Lewis Hamilton. That was awesome.
Yeah, well, let's see as well, because the weather, you know, is a bit undecided at the moment. Could it rain? I mean, last year was so bad that it got called off. So let's hope as well for the spectators that it doesn't end up like that.
Doesn't look like heavy rain, but looks like we will have tricky driving conditions for the drivers, so a lot of exciting coming up as we're about to finish our lap and go to our beautiful parking spot. And just after this, you can give it a try to the pit lane walk. You already saw it from the trucks, and you can get closer to the tracks.
Yeah.
So what is your guess? Who's going to be on pole position tomorrow?
Without being, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Max is a good wet driver.
But I want to put my money on Mr. Pole Position this year, Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
He's doing so good. What do you think, Seb? I think it's a bit complicated, but it would be nice to see him in some podium this year.
Yeah.
In rain, you never know. We saw Fernando second place in Canada. Yeah. That was awesome.
In Budapest, when then when the practice session, we saw, was it Latifi?
Oh yeah.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. He was doing even purple sector in the qualifying in the first sector. So yeah, anything can happen in rain. So I'm really excited to see what's coming up as we're in this beautiful circuit. If you're wondering what is that road between the walls, that's a pit exit over there, and the pit limit finish just on that line, but you need to keep on the right side just to avoid the traffic coming on the track. That's why they paint these white lines and you cannot cross it. As we're now heading into our parking spot, it's a beautiful view on the track. You're so lucky to be on the Para Club. I suggest if you can just go up the stairs to the second floor to the far end, because it's my favorite view of the track. You can see Eau Rouge, you can see the chicane, you can see a little bit of Brussels and a little bit of the left-hander after that one. So you can get the feeling how fantastic is this area, all surrounded by woods.
Yes, well, it's a great circuit for that actually, because a lot of tracks you only see one corner or one straight, whereas here you get to see quite a lot. So it's
even if it's so big and so far away, you can see something.
Yeah, especially